Hey guys, let's just sort this out. Okay, live streaming on YouTube. Hopefully this is going to turn out alright. I've done a little bit of streaming on Twitch for the last however many months, but the whole YouTube thing is kind of a new thing, new scene, and obviously it's kind of set up slightly different to Twitch, so hopefully it looks alright, it sounds alright. I think the sound volumes are slightly different compared to Twitch, so if any of the levels are a bit all over the place, so we'll try and change them as we're going along. So just let me know what you're thinking, guys. Okay, so anyway, welcome back to Chellington. Obviously, all the previous episodes up until this point have been pre-recorded. This one is going to be a live stream, so yeah, something special. So we got a lot to do on the farm today. Well, in this episode, we need to get field 15 harvested quite urgently because a few minutes after recording last episode, a demand came in for the wheat. We have got quite a bit in the silos, but I want to try and multitask between getting field 15 harvested and selling all of the wheat out the silos as well. So that is going to be our mission for the day. Let's have a look, see if I can find the harvesters. Okay, here's one, but I need to sort that harvester out because the header is stuck on the trailer, so I'm probably going to have to reset the header on the other one. Okay. I'm not trying to kill the chickens, but for some reason the header trailer has been parked like that, so I've had to kind of reverse it at a very awkward angle. It's going to be quite difficult as well trying to find things to talk about. It's hard enough as it is when you're pre-recording these episodes, but when you're live streaming, I've got to try and find things to talk about for all that time. So there may be a few occasions where there's a bit of awkward silence. So it's going to be down to you guys to help me keep the conversations going. What is going on with this gate? Okay. So the first thing we need to do is get all the stuff down to field 15. And obviously we're on console, so we kind of takes a little bit longer than PC because they have follow me mod and stuff like that, and it's probably one of the major things that I would really love to try. Follow me mod, and there's one or two others that PC have really got the upper hand compared to console. But we'll manage, just takes a little bit longer. What is going on today? Really? Crashing into the bridge? It caused a bit of a traffic jam here, I think. Oh, come on, get out of the way. This could easily be avoided if people would just get out of the way. So we're gonna have to turn around. Get these indicators off. Right. I'm gonna use this farmer's field. I hope you don't mind. Doesn't look like there's anything in the field. Okay, we'll get it this time. It's because I'm over concentrating because I'm live streaming compared to recording, kind of like pre-recording and then editing afterwards. So this is probably going to be like unedited, and then just kind of like, I think it gets posted onto the YouTube channel as soon as like the live stream finishes. So you're going to see all of my fails and mistakes in all of its glory. Alright, let's park up here, get the header attached. Now this is the bigger harvester out of the two. So I think it's going to be best if we do a couple of headlands first and then possibly hire workers to finish the job while we're doing some carting. I think that'll probably be the best job, the best idea, the best way to tackle this. Doing my classic mistake, turning off the harvester instead of starting it. And hopefully that's going to stop that. No, it's not. Right, it's right on the D-pad, not left. I was so close. Okay, so I wanted to disable the swath because I have no intention of collecting the straw or baling this field because we've only got a couple of weeks until Sandy Bay and we've got quite a bit to do. So it's just kind of one added job that we don't need at the minute. We have got a load of swaths to collect anyway in field 6, so we have got the opportunity to do a bit more baling if we have the time. Good thing is once the live stream has ended, then like I said, I think it gets posted to the channel, so it does give everyone kind of like an opportunity to watch it at a later date, sort of thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to work this yet anyway. This is kind of like a test for myself and for the channel. I'm not sure if I'm going to kind of mix it in to like my Let's Play series, or do I just start a new farm on a new map and just keep that one specifically for live streams, or do I kind of do like, you know, some pre-recorded, some live stream? I'm kind of working out which is kind of going to be kind of like the best method. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, some people prefer live streams, some people prefer pre-recorded episodes. So I just want to kind of cater for everyone. In a way, live streaming is going to be a little bit easier for me because, you know, once you've kind of done your live stream, it kind of uploads to the channel there and then. But with like pre-recorded, you have to do all the editing and rendering and uploading, and all that takes time. It's just why it's like a whole new process having to edit. You know, if you record for like an hour and a half, it could take a good hour to go through all that footage and edit out all the bits you don't want. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I probably will try streaming again tomorrow. Probably try a different map. And then we'll just see how it goes over the weekend. See how people are liking it and things. It's quite a big field. 50% full, and we're not even. I don't know. I don't think we're about halfway yet. I was thinking about doing 2 headlands. 14. I think 14, 15 and 16 are all connected. Or kind of. They've all got like a gap in the hedge like that where you can drive through to the next field, which I think is really nice. That would be pretty mad if we could do a huge harvest between all 3 fields, and possibly even 17's connected as well. That would take a lot of harvesting. I'm hoping this live stream will be about an hour anyway. That's the plan. I'm not sure if we'll get all of this field done within an hour. I don't know. I mean, once we've done the headlands and we've hired some workers, and then I'm doing some carting backwards and forwards to the store, then we might get it done. If it's almost done and, you know, it's only like 10 minutes over, then we'll do an hour and 10 minutes. That's fine. But hopefully it's going to be around about an hour. We're almost full. We've got about 90% in the tank. So this harvest will probably need unloading twice with just one headland. But we'll probably do 2 or 3 headlands and then we'll hire workers. But I'll watch this one back. I'll do the live stream and I'll watch it back. If I think it's okay, I'll let it go up on the channel. If I don't like the way it looks or I'm not happy with the whole live streaming thing, then I'll probably re-record this episode. I'll just pre-record it and then just go back to what I was doing before. I'm going to need to put that out. Alright, now we need to find a tractor. Alright, I'm going to use the Massey, I think. And I'm going to take this to the store because I did purchase a couple of new trailers ready for when we do the silage runs. These hedges really restrict your view on these junctions. It'd be good if we could get some sort of mod where you could do like hedge trimming and you could cut them back and open up the junction a bit. That would be really handy. Oh no, you're ill. That sucks. But like you said, at least you get to watch the live stream, so yay! Well, I hope you get better soon, mate. I hope you're not too ill and it's like something really serious. Just let me know how the how like the sound and the quality is your end, guys, because I'm not too sure if it's going to be really like different because we're live streaming compared to recording. So just let me know how the sound and the mic volumes are. But I will be doing I'm planning on doing another live stream tomorrow, Friday. It's Thursday today, if you're watching this like after the live stream. But I'm planning on doing another live stream on Friday. But that one will be a little bit later. Well, quite a bit later. It'll be in the evening, so hopefully people from different time zones will be able to join in for that one if they've missed this one, basically. So we're going to use one of these trailers today because the Marshall trailer we've got at the yard is only 21,000 litres, where this one is 33,000, so we're going to be able to get a lot more in it. Plus I really like these trailers. It's a modded trailer, it's one of my favourite. Quite high-sided. Ideal for silage and things as well, so... The mic's good. Well, that's good. What about the game volume? What time? It'll probably be starting about between 8 and 9 PM UK time. Because I'm from the UK, so because I don't always get time during the day. So I'll probably have to wait until the kids have settled down tomorrow evening, and then I'll sit down for a couple of hours, do a live stream. But tomorrow it'll probably be on Sosnovka, and it'll probably be multiplayer as well, so. But I thought I'd test it out today on Chellington. And see how it goes. Actually, I'll leave that there. Getting stuck, let's go around this way. I'm just going to let this finish unloading, and then we'll continue with the headlands. We'll probably end up stopping down there somewhere at the bottom of the field, and then end up having to bring the Massey down. There's a lot of multitasking when you do things like this on your own. But needs must. Got to meet the demand. But I put it on real time as soon as the demand kicked in, so hopefully the price of it won't depreciate too quickly. That is if it works the same way as FS15 did. I'm not sure, because on FS15 it was kind of like the more you sell, the more the price kind of like depreciated, and if you had it on like 120 times, like the time bonus would kind of like run out quicker as well. And I don't think it works the same way, because you still get demands, but I don't think it's like, oh, there's a demand for 6 hours or there's a demand for 12 hours. I think it's just like there's a demand until whenever, basically. I've never seen any time limit on any of the demands so far. Okay, mate, bye. Thanks for joining. Kind of veered off a little bit there when I was reading the chat. Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. Feel free to say hi in the chat, guys. Let me know where you're from. Ask me some questions. Farming related questions. Anything and everything. Well, within reason, obviously. Not everything and anything. I should specify on that. But I've always done a lot of live streaming on Twitch, and then since the release of Farming Simulator 17 I started doing a lot more YouTube related content, and then I started building up subscribers on YouTube as well, and it just seemed that the YouTube subscribers were more active than my Twitch followers, so it kind of makes sense to do more live streaming on YouTube. You know, one, because like I said, you know, they just seem to be more active followers, and two, I kind of just want to give something back to those subscribers. You know, if they've taken the time to watch my videos and things like that, I kind of want to give something back by doing a live stream to you guys as well. So right, we're on Headland 2. This will hopefully give the harvesters plenty of turning around space, because it will be on hard work. I know they have improved the kind of like the intelligence of the hard workers and things like that, but yeah, they still tend to make the odd mistake. It's a big old field. I'm not sure if the chat's visible if you watch this at a later date. Once it kind of like gets archived and uploaded to the channel. I'm not sure kind of like how it looks. You know, if you watch it at a later date. But yeah, if you hear me talking to people, it's probably because I'm like, you know, replying to the chat and things. I've not gone mad with kind of like harvesting or something like that. I'm talking to myself. I really do like these Fendt harvesters. Probably one of my favourites within the game so far. Even though they are basically like a Massey Ferguson harvester. Just kind of like reskinned. But yeah, I do like the Fendts. If they brought class to the console, then yeah, I think that would be my new favourite. If they brought class harvesters. Yeah, but what I like about them is just that you can get like a pair of them, so you can get like a bigger version and a smaller version. I know you can do that with some of the others, cases and things like that, but yeah, I just like the look of the fence. It doesn't really bother me about tracks either. I think I kind of prefer the harvesters with wheels compared to tracks. I don't know how everyone else feels about that. But I've never seen too many harvesters with tracks on anyway. Not round by me. Okay, how full are we? 83, 84% now. So we've got a little bit more in the tank, I think. Or have we? Actually, we've nearly done a full lap since we last emptied. So we might actually make it back round to the Massey Ferguson before we have to empty again. It's kind of expected because obviously the more headlands you do, kind of like the circle gets smaller and smaller. The outside one's always going to be kind of like the hardest one, if that makes sense. Before you have to empty more times. You're going to fit less in there, sort of thing. Where is the tractor? It should be down here somewhere. Sun is starting to set now. But I don't really want to speed up time till the next morning because I don't know if we'll... Whoops. I don't know if we'll lose the demand. Okay, so we almost made it. Okay. Let's jump out, run down here. Should only be down here. Should be down here somewhere. Or have I moved it? No, there it is. Just a lot further down than I first thought. Should have teleported, really. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. There we go. Right. We should be able to finish headland number 2. Get it on a worker. Before we empty this trailer easily. And then we'll get the second harvester brought over as well. Too far away from it. Okay. It's filling up nicely. Good stuff. And off we go. I think I've made a final decision on what field we're going to buy next as well. Because if you've been watching my previous episodes on Chellington, you'll know that the money we have in the account now is money we've had kind of like left over since the beginning. That I put into the bank balance so we could change the starting equipment, and I've been left with this huge amount of money that I don't really want, because I've kind of always felt that it's always give us an unfair advantage. So I want to buy a field so we can get rid of some of that money, and then kind of like what money we do have left, then we'll kind of feel the need to sell things and to, you know, obviously feel the need to play the game as it was intended to make money rather than give ourselves an unfair advantage. And then what money we do have in the account by the time we move to Sandy Bay, then we'll take that with us. We'll transfer that with us to Sandy Bay. Because kind of like every Let's Play we're doing, we're trying new things, we're doing new things. You know, on this one, we changed the starting equipment. On Culper Park Farm, we're doing something different on that as well, because kind of like because we have to, because we're waiting for the update by Bullet Bill, and he's already confirmed that we are going to have to start a new save for the people that are playing on the console. So I don't really want to get too involved in the farm, because we're going to lose everything anyway. So, but what I have been doing is like kind of like contract work, and I've said I'm probably going to lease some equipment so I can do a bit of forestry. That'll keep us going for a couple of episodes. But originally he said that he was hoping for the update to be out last week sometime, and it's already like a week overdue. I still think it's going to be another week or two, because he has been putting posts on his Facebook page just saying that, you know, it's going well, but still he hasn't really give us any like deadline as to when it should kind of like be ready. So I am trying to keep Culber Park Farm as entertaining as I possibly can. But hopefully this live stream will go well. Hopefully it will look good once the live stream's finished. It'll get uploaded. And then that'll be another episode for Chellington. And tomorrow's live stream will be on Sosnovka as well, so that'll be another episode. But the Sosnovka episodes are normally quite long anyway. So it's probably going to be about 3 hours, something like that. I don't know if I can kind of like edit it down anyway. I'll try and see what I can do, because I need to figure out how the whole live streaming to YouTube thing works. So I had it down to a T with Twitch. I was recording while live streaming at the same time, and then I'll take the recording and then I would edit it a little bit. Because some of my live streams they were like 3-4 hours long, and then I'd edit it down to about an hour and a half, because even that's quite a long time. So I may go back to doing that again, I don't know. But obviously I can appreciate me live streaming at this time of day is quite difficult for people, because a lot of people will be at work. So live streaming in the evening may be a bit better for everyone. Okay. That's 2 headlands. We are going to hire a worker now. And we're going to see how that goes. Obviously he's going to go off in his own direction. I am going to get the other harvester, but first we are going to need to reset the head. Right, it's the 25 one. Now we need to go and pick it up back from the yard. For some reason the head got stuck on the trailer. You just couldn't get it off the trailer. So we need to reset it, pick it back up, put it back on the trailer, get the harvester down to the field, and hire the worker with this one as well. And hopefully that will help. Surprisingly, the live stream's been going for 44 minutes and we've hardly got anything done. Just goes to show when I pre-record these episodes how much I actually cut out. All this like driving around and things like that, I cut it all out so it's not as tedious when you're watching it. But, you know, the one way we can make these live streams entertaining is by you guys, you know, talking to me. And Helper I is blocked by an object. Well, that doesn't sound good, does it? I might need to put it at the other end of the field where it's a bit wider. I think this smaller one will be better at the bottom end of the field. Right, so I'll leave that here. Actually, we'll move it onto the concrete. Right, now we'll go... Aha, that's why. It's because the harvester turned the wrong way. I'm going to put it up this end. I was hoping it would turn to the right and harvest into the field. But it didn't. It turned to the left. So we're going to start at this end where there's a bit more room for it, as this is the bigger one with the 35-foot head. There we go. Hopefully that'll be okay now. Alright, let's deal with this little problem. Hello mate, thanks for joining. Okay, hopefully that'll be okay now. Alright, let's get this down to the field. Field 15. It's going to be quite a trip at 14 mile per hour, but we'll get there. And I think I'll go this way round so we don't get stuck between the gate this time. Although this one will probably be a little easier to navigate as it is the smaller harvester. I remember driving down this lane for the first time. The amount of excitement I had. The first modded map to land onto console. But don't worry, once we move to Sandy Bay, you know, it's not going to be the last you'll ever see of Chellington. It may return at a later date, or we may bring it back as a multiplayer map. We may move from Sosnovka to this one, but I do want to do a little bit more on Sosnovka, as we've got all that silage that we need to get rid of, and if we put all that work into harvesting it, I really would like to see the reward by selling it all and see how much we make. So hopefully we'll get all that done tomorrow. I'll probably get a conveyor belt and sell it like that, so it's like a continuous flow into the bins. Because the bins on Sosnovka are still the old black single bins that was on FS15. For some reason, when Giants modded it in, they didn't change the bins, even though they added pigs and things like that. They didn't change the bins. Alright, Helper B has a full grain tank. That is by far one of my favourite fields on this map, number 18. With that amazing castle. It's so unique, that field. But that's field 12. That's the field we're on about buying. We can see through the trees. But yeah, on the map it looks like a giant T. But I think that's because they've added in the sawmill and had to sacrifice a part of the field. But yeah, we're going to go with that one. Once we buy it, we'll be left with about £10,000, which isn't too bad. And then what money we do make after that, we'll all just keep and take with us to Sandy Bay. I can see something coming. There it is. Starting to get a little bit dark now. The sun is setting, but I need to get this field finished. I want to get it finished and sold, so we can start benefiting from the demand that we got at the minute. Unfortunately, we don't have enough wool to sell because there's a wool demand as well. And that's like £9,000 a bundle they're offering. So that would be like crazy money, but we just don't have enough wool. I think that's kind of like how they balance it out. Is because sheep are very easy to care for, but the wool does spawn quite a bit slower than it used to in FS15. That's better. That's better than our first approach with the bigger harvester first time round. That was horrible. Caused a massive traffic jam. Cars crashing into us and everything. Alright, hopefully we can get this. Ooh, just about off the head. Off the trailer, sorry. Because that was the problem we had originally, is it just wouldn't come off the trailer and it was getting stuck. As you can see, this header is quite a bit smaller. Okay, so we're going to just leave that to its own devices. I'm going to turn that off first. There we go. Perfect, right next to the tractor. And now we can get on with what we wanted to do originally, which is corn carting, basically. Now we've sorted out the harvesters and done the headlands and but once we fill this trailer up, we'll take it straight to the store and just do it like that. We won't bother storing it in the silos. I have no idea how long it's going to take to harvest the rest of this field. But we've been going about an hour. And really, we've barely touched it. But we will probably... Well, I'm going to try and get the entire field done. We'll see how it goes, but I reckon it'll take about another hour. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully by live streaming on the channel we can reach out to some new viewers as well. There may be some people searching for live channels, live streaming farming sim. If I'm honest, that's something I don't really do. When I go onto YouTube and I search for a video, I don't really search for live channels. I normally just search for just videos, basically. When I think of YouTube, I don't really think of live streaming. It might be like the same with a lot of people. I normally think of things like Twitch and stuff like that when I think of live streaming. So we're taking this to the store. 33,000 litres. Hopefully we get a good price. Start making some profit, because we are hiring workers, so I'm a little worried about that. Hopefully we can cover the costs. Got that field to do as well. I think that's barley though, I don't think that's wheat. Okay. Oh, you do the same, do you? 18,624, that's good. Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. If the whole live streaming to YouTube isn't kind of like what everyone wants, then we'll go back to live streaming on Twitch, and we'll keep YouTube for just like the videos and things like that. But any farming sim videos I live stream, whether it be on YouTube or Twitch, I will get them uploaded onto the YouTube channel. But like I said a moment ago, that I've done a few live streams on Sosnovka, and they were about 3-4 hours long, and I would kind of like edit them down to about an hour and a half and then upload it to YouTube, like that sort of thing. So, but kind of like what I was thinking is that I've got more of like a dedicated like subscriber base on YouTube compared to Twitch, because like whenever I stream on Twitch, not many people tune in. So it's kind of like, I was kind of like thinking, well, live stream to YouTube, because I've got more active subscribers, but it's also a way of me kind of giving something back to the viewers as well. That's kind of like what I was thinking. But if people want the live streams kept to Twitch, then it's something that definitely can be sorted out. Right, I'm guessing this little one's going to need emptying first. But what I'm going to do is, I've noticed that field next to us has got something in it as well. And oh, it's not, it's, what is it? It's soybeans, I think, isn't it? So it's not even the same crop. I was going to say buy this field, and then harvest it as well, because it's already got something in. If we go and if we fast travel to it, where is it? Alright, I want to check out field 16. Okay. Yes, that's what I thought. This field is one with contracts on. So they would pay us £46,000 for harvesting this entire field. That's a lot of money. So I may... How much do they want for it? 783,000. So we can't buy it. So I may harvest it anyway before we move to Sandy Bay. So that's a lot of money. Yes, live stream on YouTube instead. Yeah, well, that's kind of like what I was thinking. But I have kind of like put a poll on the video anyway, and I've just kind of like asked what do people prefer, live streaming on Twitch or YouTube, and obviously whatever people prefer, then we can sort something out. But this like episode is kind of like a test as well for myself and for everyone else, and obviously, like, I know pretty much all of the episodes up until this point on Chellington have been pre-recorded. So, obviously this one is a live stream, but if it's just like a complete disaster and people don't like it and it doesn't turn out as well as I want it to after, like, when I watch it back, then we'll just go back to, like, pre-recorded. But another thing I might do as well, instead of kind of like live streaming on playlists that I've already started, I may just start a farm and just keep that farm for live streams. That's something else I'm thinking of doing as well. So, like Sosnovka, everything I've done on Sosnovka so far has been multiplayer and it's been live streamed. So I may just like do that, just find a map and just keep it like that, and then like my Colbert Park farm and my Chellington just keep as like pre-recorded like episodes. But I've got loads of ideas kind of going around in my head, and just got to figure out what's going to work best for everyone. Do it and use speed harvest. What does that mean? Do what? How full is this harvester? Oh, its beacons are flashing. It's over 80%. I've only just noticed that. Timmy, you've commented before on my sound levels on some of my previous videos. How's it sounding with the live streams? With the mic and the game volume and stuff like that. Obviously, I don't want the game volume being too quiet and the mic volume being too loud. So I think the levels are kind of like, they work out different when you're live streaming compared to recording. Oh, sorry. Right, so let's go check out that harvester at the top. And then what I might do is, while I'm waiting for the harvesters to fill, I will jump in another tractor, grab another trailer from the yard, and start selling some of the wheat out of the silos. So we're kind of like multitasking, and it just kind of gives us something to do, so we're not sat around staring at the harvesters. But yeah, obviously I'm kind of repeating this because like new people are joining. But I'm planning on doing a live stream tomorrow again. It'll be at a different time. It'll be more like evening time. Obviously I stream UK times, so it'll be like between 8 and 9 PM UK time, and it'll be on Sosnovka as well. So hopefully it'll kind of more people will be able to join, because obviously I can appreciate people are at work during the day. Alright, let's just get this emptying and then I'll check the chat. Use the speed cheat for harvesting. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Oh good, I'm glad the sound volumes are good. That's one thing I was worried about actually, and I can't really watch it back until it's kind of like you finish live streaming and it archives. It kind of works a little bit different to Twitch. But Twitch does archive your streams as well, but I think with YouTube it kind of uploads it straight away. Obviously, like with my live streams, we got like a little bit of an overlay at the bottom of the screen and things like that. That's kind of like going to be the only difference between pre-recorded and live streamed episodes, basically. Okay. It's got a face full of chopped straw. Right, let's turn that off. Let's head over to the yard. I'm going to use the other Massey. And we're going to find... There we are, the Marshall. I was wondering where I put that. And we're going to get some of the grain out of the silos, and we're going to just sell that down at the store. What we'll do is we'll sell it, return back to the silo, and then we'll quickly check the harvesters. We'll do that as like a repeat cycle sort of thing. So by the time we sold it and returned back to the yard, hopefully the harvesters will be ready to empty. I still really enjoy this map, so it's not like I'm moving to Sandy Bay because I don't enjoy Chellington. I do enjoy Chellington a lot, so kind of like in a way, kind of hoping we will end up back on Chellington, whether it be single player or multiplayer. But I do like Sosnovka still as well, to be honest. Probably one of my favourite maps. That and Bjornholm on FS15. I didn't really like Westbridge Hills, but Bjornholm I spent most of my time on, and then when Sosnovka hit, I spent a lot of time on that. But it was more towards the end. It was like the last 6 to 8 weeks before FS17, because I spent so much time on Bjornholm I couldn't bear to be away from it. And I waited a little while when the gold edition hit FS15. One of these days I'm going to pull out of there and I'm going to get hit by a car. 'Cause you can't really see out that junction. Well, for those of you that have checked out the live stream today, I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming along, to everybody who has. It's quite difficult kind of finding things to talk about. But obviously if anybody wants to start a game related conversation in the chat, then feel free. Kind of give us something to talk about. I don't mind that at all. Otherwise I end up sitting here just kind of babbling on. Like little scale electrics cars, aren't they? The way they travel along these roads. The way he just took that turn then. Kind of glued to the road. It's getting dark. We need to get that field finished. Alright, let's see how much we make with this one then. Oh, I'm playing on Xbox One. I am a console player. Primarily I'm a console player. But pretty much all of my videos will be like from the Xbox One. So, you know, if console gaming is something that appeals to you, or if you're looking for a channel that's farming sim on console or anything like that, then, you know, feel free to hit that sub button. It's greatly appreciated. Obviously, it's quite difficult for me to tell who's already a subscriber and who's kind of like just popped in to kind of check out what the channel's like. So if you've already subscribed, great. If you haven't, then feel free to do so. Feel free to, you know, it's greatly appreciated, you know, any and all support. So liking the videos or sharing the videos is greatly appreciated. It's a great way of you know, kind of reaching out to new members, new viewers. So if any of you guys feel like you want to help out, then, you know, give the videos a share and things like that. It all greatly helps. Too far away. Okay. Well, we know that's alright, so we've got to find the other tractor now. There we go. So that's got 69% in it. That's got 93. Here we go. I'm going to quickly race down to the little one then. By the time we've emptied the little one, hopefully the big one will be pretty much full. I'll read that in a minute. Once I've parked up emptying this harvester, I'll catch up on the chat. So there's quite a lot to read. My laptop's kind of like just kind of like a couple of foot away from me, so I've got to kind of lean over and read it. So I know I'll end up crashing into something while I'm doing it. I really do like the notification system with the workers though. It's really helpful, the fact that it tells you when they're full as well. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Oh, I've never noticed that with the sprayers. That's something I probably would do, but I do spend a lot of time outside the, like when I'm fertilising, outside view is like what I prefer, because obviously I can see what I'm doing then. But if I go inside, you can guarantee I'll end up, it'll just be an absolute mess. So definitely outside view is recommended for me anyway. You might as well just stick with this one, I think, or no, we'll go in empty, because there's no point going up to the big one for only like 9% or 11%, because it won't be enough anyway. So we'll just go and empty it, and as soon as we get back we'll get right up to the top of the field and then we'll empty. It's getting really dark now. I reckon it'll be pitch black by the time we finish. And at night time on Chellington as well is dark, really dark. And I reckon that's got something to do with, like, when they make the map they can change how dark it gets as well, because I noticed that with FS17 it doesn't get as dark as it used to, and you can still see quite a lot around you, and it kind of like defeats the object of it being nighttime or having floodlights, because you got like the mod for the floodlights, and it's kind of like, well, what's the point in having them, because I don't really need them. I have put a recommendation forward to Bullet Bill about making Cobra Park Farm a little bit darker at night as well, and I just said that, you know, don't make it pitch black so you can't see your hand in front of your face, just make it a little bit darker so it kind of gives the floodlights in the yard more of a purpose, because there really is no point in using them because it's not dark enough. You can still see everything around you without having to use the floodlights in the yard. And if you've gone through all that effort to put floodlights on all of the buildings in the yard, then you might as well make it dark enough so you need to use them and you can actually see the light shining down on the ground and things like that. Okay, we've actually broke the 500,000 barrier. Made a little bit less that time, but that's fine because it wasn't full. We do need to get back to the field actually and empty the harvester. So I was just thinking what I need to do is shoot over to field 12. But once we've emptied the harvester, I may teleport to field 12 and we'll buy it so we can just get rid of the money. Because I keep saying about it, like the last 2 or 3 episodes I've been like, gotta buy a field, gonna buy a field. So I think we'll just get it done. We'll buy field 12. I don't know what we're going to put in it yet, but we will definitely buy it, and we'll have to just have a little think. I was thinking about putting more corn in field 6 to go with field 1 and 2, but I don't know if we'll have time, or we could use sugar beet maybe, and then because I keep forgetting about we can lease equipment as well, so we don't have to worry about buying harvesters and things. I could just plant sugar beet in field 6 and then hire a harvester and harvest a load of sugar beet and see how that goes. Or I could just kind of keep that idea for Cobra, or we could use it on Sandy Bay or something. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This live, because it's YouTube, this live stream should have like a video description, and in there should be a link to a video called Welcome to YTV. If you click on that, it's only about 2 minutes long. If you click on that, it'll give you like an official like welcome to the channel and like a brief rundown of what the channel's all about and stuff. So feel free to check that out whenever you're ready. If you're watching this, I don't know, I think it'll work on phone and laptops or computers. If you click on the top right corner, there'll be a little eye. Click on that, and there's some playlists in there to check out. There's a little poll as well, you know, where do you prefer watching live streams, YouTube or Twitch? And I think the Welcome to YTV's in there as well. So I mean, there's those little things like that are kind of like, I kind of prefer over Twitch, because I can kind of put kind of like video descriptions in there with links in the description. I can put you know, the little eye in the top corner and stuff like that. So I do kind of prefer streaming on YouTube compared to Twitch. And obviously, like I said, you know, I kind of feel that my subscribers on YouTube are more active than Twitch, so it just kind of made sense to do, see if live streaming works on YouTube better. So right, so what was I going to do? Oh yeah, we'll put this down this end. Probably won't be long until the smaller harvester is ready to empty again. Originally I did say this live stream is probably going to go for about an hour, but it looks like it's probably going to go for about 2 hours, because it took about 45 minutes to get the harvesters up and running properly after we finished the headlands and everything. So right, we'll turn that off. We're going to fast travel to field 12, and we're going to buy it. I'm going to do it. So we're at £486, so that was going to leave us with about 20,000, something like that. So that's not too bad. Ta-da, we've bought a field. Alright, so this field's probably going to need cultivating and whatnot before we seed in it. It's a bit of an interesting shape. It is like a giant T shape, so I have no idea what we're going to put in it. We may even use this field for the sugar beet, actually. That might be quite interesting. It's a good sized field. But even though, when like the information section, when it says it's like, I don't know what it said, I think it was like 4.6 hectares, I think it was, or something like that. So I don't think that's been updated, because I think it was originally 6 hectares, but obviously if you look there on the map, it's in the bottom right corner, they took a section out for the sawmill, and I don't think they updated the size of the field on the information section. So, but never mind, it will be just under. That's still quite large field, so you know that's going to be a lot of sugar beet. I mean, field 1 you get a stupid amount of sugar beet from. I've seen people do sugar beet on just field 1. So yeah. Right, let's crack on with this. But yeah, ideally, I mean, with what are we at now? We're at an hour and 25 minutes we've been live for. So hopefully we'll be done with field 15 by the time we get to about the 2 hour mark. I don't really want to go over 2 hours. I don't want the live streams to be like mega long, because people watching them back might get a little bit bored. But I think 2 hours is okay. 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that is alright for an unedited live stream. But I've got lots of ideas kind of rolling around in my head at the minute for the channel, for improving the channel and stuff, so lots more to come. And obviously we're really lucky as well, because with the consoles now we get all the modded maps and stuff like that, and so we are very, very lucky. All that new content we're getting and all the new mods and things. And I know Giants have got something planned for January anyway, with like paid DLC, and I have the premium edition, so I will get that free. I'll get it straight away as soon as it's released. I've already got basically all of the DLC pre-ordered. That's kind of like what the point of the season pass is. No idea what it's going to be yet though, but I think they're planning on kind of like announcing it within the next week or two, so that's going to be really interesting. I don't know if it's going to be maps. I don't know what Giants' ideas are with maps, because the amount of maps we've been getting, like modded maps, so I don't know if Giants are going to plan on releasing any new ones, or I think there was talk about them revamping FS15 maps like Bjornholm and Westbridge Hills, and they was going to mod them in, so that would be quite good. I'd be quite happy with Bjornholm, one of my, my old favourite, and that it would just be like FS15 all over again, wouldn't it, with new and improved kind of like physics and vehicles and things like that. So I think I'd be happy with that. I know a lot of people liked Westbridge Hills, so it's kind of like spoilt for choice now though with maps. They're coming thick and fast, I know Oxygen David, who brought this map, he's got Sandy Bay coming in a couple of weeks, and then after that he's probably going to be working on another map as well. I know one or two other people that are working on maps, trying to get them approved and things like that, or later on down the line kind of working on it and it'll be ready when it's ready, sort of thing. So yeah, we're definitely going to be spoilt for choice. And the game's not even been out a year yet. It's crazy. It's just like it's all taken off. That's field 6, so I may try and get that bailed very quickly. Well, not today, but next episode or something like that. Probably try and get it bailed, because of the amount of wheat harvest we've just done. We'll probably put, I'm thinking we'll probably put corn in it, add it to the silage. And if we put sugar beet in field 12 that we just purchased, then we kind of got a bit of variety as well. Well, I might bale it, or I might just collect a load of it, collect a load of straw for the pigs. As long as the pigs have got enough straw, then we should be good. Thing is, the best bales to do are... Okay, that's under there. Best bales to do are hay bales or like silage bales. Really good money. It's well worth the effort. Right. That's full down there, so let's go down there. Yep, Sandy Bay is coming to Xbox One, yeah. That's what I've been saying, that kind of like everything we're doing now on Chellington is kind of like in preparation for Sandy Bay. And the idea is that we are going to, you know, all the money we make now in the bank balance, we're going to take that with us to Sandy Bay. So what I will do is I'll get on Sandy Bay, I'll get a couple of cheap boxes, I'll get the bank balance up to where we was on here, or as close as I can. Delete all the cheap boxes, and then we've kind of got that money then to help us with, you know, maybe changing the starting vehicles and things like that. Because one of the main things I like to change is the harvester, because the harvesters they give you they are ridiculously small and painfully small. So that is something we'll probably do. Maybe buy a field or two, or well, not a field or two, won't have enough for that. But new harvester or a new tractor and trailer, depending on what they start us off with, basically. But we'll have a bit of money to help us along when we first get on Sandy Bay. I'll try and get as much finished as I can on this map before we move. But we've got about 2 to 4 weeks, because it's going to be anywhere between the end of January to the early February. So we are looking at about 2 to 4 weeks for Sandy Bay. And once we start that silage work, that's going to be quite a big job. On just that on its own. Because we'll have to obviously harvest it and then do all the work at the BGA, and then we've got to sell it, and so that takes a lot of effort to do all that sort of thing as well. And obviously we can always boost our income, you know, slightly just before we leave by doing a couple of contract jobs anyway. So contract work does kind of boost your money. And I think fields 17 and 16 are both contract fields, and they're quite big fields, which means big payouts when you do contract work. Because I think there's only 3 fields on Chellington that have contract jobs. Culber Park Farm has 6, I think. So I'm not sure how many Sandy Bay is going to have. How are we full? Yes, we're full. Right, to the store with this one. I don't think we emptied the big harvester. It's getting there. I don't even know if we'll get it finished within the 2 hours. It's a big old field. Can you imagine doing sugar beet on this field? That would be... oh my goodness. That would be huge. Absolutely huge. Doesn't bear thinking about. It blows my mind how much sugar beet you'd get from it. Quick, go, go, quick. Acceleration. We kind of just cut up a car then, but we was very slow getting out of that field. Oops. kind of like having to drive a little bit from the field. It's kind of nice, especially when like you're on multiplayer and you have a little bit of a convoy. That's kind of good as well. Don't do too many of those convoys and multiplayer and stuff. But when I do multiplayer, and it's always good fun. But hopefully we can get a multiplayer going tomorrow on Sosnovka with that silage. We've got one of the silage clamps full with I think it's like 1.5 million litres, and then another one that's like half full, which hopefully we'll be able to finish tomorrow. I'll be ready to probably to ferment tomorrow. This is a busy junction. Every time I come to this junction, there's always cars. It's now or never. Okay. We've got quite a few fields actually that need planting as well. We've got like field 10. We've got field 6. We have field 12 now. So we've got about 3 or 4 fields. I mean, obviously this field will need doing as well. So we've got a lot of planting to do over the next couple of days as well. And then once they've all been planted, we need to re-harvest everything and just make sure it's all done and finished by the time Santa Bay hits. I think that was done. I think the big one stopped actually. No, it hasn't. It's still going. That's good as well because the pipe's going to be on the right side. Okay, I think that's both harvesters emptied. That will buy us enough time to go and sell some more grain from the silo. And we'll just do it like that. Still got 30,000 litres in the silo. So this trip and then one more, and that will be the silos completely empty. Can just about see the corn there in field 2, but that's what we're going to have to deal with soon. I probably will need some help with that one. Got 3.8 hours on this tractor. Okay, almost at the store. Okay. So that's another 12,246. Let's have a quick look at the selling board. So I don't know if the price is kind of like gone down, depreciated or anything like that since we've been selling it. We've got 13,332 litres left in the silos. And whatever else we've got coming in from the field. Hey Nimrod, how you doing, bud? Doing a bit of live streaming on YouTube instead. Trying YouTube out, seeing how it works out. But yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. The price of barley's going up, and then everything else, the price of everything else is going down for some reason. You'd think it would go up because of the amount of wheat we're selling, but yeah, or the prices are going down. You can see here we got a demand for wool as well. 9,430, which is crazy money. And the thing is with wool, I don't think that's per pallet. I think that's like kind of per like pack, like bundle you get. You get like 4 bundles in on a pallet now, and it's like in a cage, and you get like 4 packs, and I think that price is like kind of like per pack. I'll show you what I mean in a minute anyway when we get back to the yard. Yeah, I'm doing really good, mate. Yeah, just we've been live streaming now for like 1 hour 47 minutes. We had a great demand come in for wheat, so yeah, we all went crazy. So yeah, I've been trying to get that done, and then I realised field 15 at the bottom of the map was full of wheat, which I've never harvested before, but it's like the field you start with. And I was just like, oh no, I've got to harvest that, so I had to rush my harvesters over there. I've been kind of like, I've had those on hired worker, and then we had 78,000 litres of wheat in the silos as well. So it's just been like sell, trying to make as much money as we can on this demand anyway, because the plan is to move from Chellington to Sandy Bay in a couple of weeks' time. So. But even though we've just bought a field for £580,000, we're not doing too bad for cash, because this demand has helped us a little bit. And I think we'll be all right, even though we've hired 2 workers for the harvesters. We're doing okay. But we're doing some more work on Sosnovka tomorrow. If you're interested in that, Nimrod. I've got all that silage to sell on Sosnovka. It's ready as well. Got a massive silage clamp full with like 1.5 million litres of silage, so I'm thinking we'll probably just get a conveyor belt to sell all that, and then we'll turn it into a multiplayer, and we'll just get all of us to harvest more corn again. And I'm thinking we'll do a couple more episodes on Sosnovka, see what everyone thinks, and then we might move to Chellington for our multiplayer. Yeah, it's been a while, mate, since we've played some farming together. Right, so this is what I was talking about. As you can see, there's 3 bundles in there, like 3 packs, and each cage, like each pallet, can hold 4. Now the price they offer you in the store is per bundle, because when you sell it, you'll see like each bundle disappear one at a time, and as they disappear you get paid per bundle, sort of thing. So that's £9,000 per bundle. So even though there's only 3 in there, I might even just sell that, because that's still 3 lots of 9,410. So could just sell that. We'll see how it goes anyway. We'll see what happens after the wheat. But yeah, it's crazy money for wool. And this field's nearly done. It's taken a lot longer than I originally planned. I did say 2 hours, but I don't think we're going to get this field done in the next 10 minutes. Oh no, now the other harvester's full. But I reckon don't know. I reckon probably 20 minutes. I don't know if we'll get it done in 10 minutes. But both harvesters are about to be emptied completely. We'll get them on their way again. It shouldn't take too long. We'll probably have to use... I mean, there's a lot of tidying up to do where they've been turning around. Yeah, 27,000. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, the wool demands are absolutely crazy. That's why you want to get sheep as early as you possibly can. Because they're the most easiest animal to care for, but I think they kind of balance it out by slowing down like the rate at which the wool spawns. Because on FS15 it used to spawn like crazy fast, especially if you put it on 120 times. And the annoying thing is about it was when it spawns, no more would spawn. So you would always have to keep going down there and moving the pallets so another one could spawn. But now they've made like the area bigger, so you can get like, I think it's about 6 or so pallets in there now before you have to start moving them. So that's really helpful, really handy. So we're going to do this. We're doing it like this because I really don't want to drive through the crop. It's kind of like a pet hate of mine. Even though console doesn't have crop destruction, but if we did, then yeah, I wouldn't be driving through the crop. You got 3 pallets to sell, have you? Well, that 9,400 is on a demand, so I don't know how much wool is kind of like standard price. But yeah, you do get some really crazy demands for wool. But it's kind of like anyone's guess how often they come around, how frequent they are. But it's like I say, it's a good idea to get sheep quite early on. Get kind of like get prepared, ready for the demands. Start stocking up on your wool. Get it all loaded onto a flatbed. As soon as that demand hits, take it straight down to the spinnery, and it's payday. Right, so we're going to take another trip to the shop. I have no idea how many trips we've made. I think this is the 3rd one from this field. 3rd or 4th. I think it might be 3rd. But yeah, 3 lots of 33,000. So that's 99,000 litres we've taken out of this field so far. Oh, actually, no. I think it might be just under, because one of the trips we made, we was on about 89%, something like that. So, yeah. So we've probably taken about 90,000 litres out of the field so far. That's a lot. We're probably going to take probably another 30,000 litres, something like that. So that's a lot of wheat out of that field. Bit bumpy. It's definitely getting darker. Good job we had it on real time. Right, we've not gone across the weighbridge yet, so let's go across and see what happens. So it's come up 31,512. I don't know what that weight is in though. Is it in pounds, kilograms, tons? I don't know. That might be something to look into. Be interesting to see if they're actually accurate as well, and if we can figure it out. Figure out what. Figure out what the weight's in, and if they're actually accurate, that would be quite interesting. There's another 18,624. So that's really, really good. I'm just going to do another little experiment, actually. I'm going to go across the weighbridge again and see what happens. So now it's saying 17,982. So obviously it's made a difference by emptying out the trailer, but like I said, I don't know what the weight is in. Is it in tons? Is it in kilograms? It would be interesting to find out. But the fact that it actually works in the first place is pretty good. Alright, let's get back to the field. We've got one more trip to make at the yard. And while I'm thinking about it, we have actually mentioned about sugar beets in that new field that I've purchased. So I'm just going to have a look. How much is it to lease this? 54,000? Wow. Per hour. Per hour is £24,750. Oh my goodness. Per day is just under £5,000. So per hour, what is that? Per in-game hour, or is that per like a real hour, or is it an in-game hour? But that would cost me a lot of money to harvest a field. So it's kind of like, well, how much do you make from sugar beet nowadays? Not a lot. I mean, the price is quite low at the minute. I'm sure that's sugar beet there, yeah. Potato, sugar beet. Sugar beet is actually lower than potatoes at the moment. So we've got to kind of, we've got to think, are we going to make enough if we planted field 12 sugar beet? That's about 6 hectares of sugar beet. We'll probably, I don't know how much we would harvest from it, it's anyone's guess, but it's going to cost us about 60,000 to rent out a harvester. So we just got to hope that we make. Because the thing is with sugar beet, the price is quite low because you get quite a big yield from sugar beet. So hopefully we get really big yield, and yeah, we make crazy money. But we just got to make sure we make enough money back when we're selling it, basically. Because if we don't, then we'll be out of pocket, sort of thing. So that's my only concern. Will we make enough to make back the money we've used to lease the vehicle, lease the harvester, and make enough profit as well? So it looks like the big one's finished. We've not got much left on this field. We've just hit like the 2-hour mark. So we probably will be about another 15-20 minutes. I'll leave the harvesters in the field. I won't move them out of the field. I'll leave them in the field for now. As long as we get this harvested and we sell all of the wheat, then that'll be it for this live stream. We'll get these emptied. I think I'll probably stop that harvester as well. Okay. Right, I'm going to drive this round. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to take it down to the bottom of the field. And then we're going to get the Massey, and we'll take the Massey down. Yeah, alright mate, I'll message you on Xbox, letting you know when the multiplayer's going to be. There are a few pieces that have been missed. It's not loads, but I'm sure if you went round, you picked up all of the pieces that have been missed, it would soon add up. Right. Okay, let's get this harvester emptied. We've just emptied the big one, so that should be alright for a little while. So we'll get this little one emptied, and then we'll quickly take the rest of the wheat out of the silo at the yard, sell that, and then we should hopefully be finished in this field. But hopefully it'll get down to the bottom, and then it'll do a return trip, and that'll be it for that harvester. Okay, that's close enough. I'm looking forward to watching the live stream back, seeing how it turns out, seeing what the quality is like. I set it to 720 because I wasn't too sure if I'd be able to stream in 1080p, but I'll try it next time, see how it turns out. I do record in 1080p, but the thing is, the higher I set the quality with the live streams, the more difficult it's going to be for people, because it's kind of like more demanding for other people to buffer like live streams and things like that. So okay. Gotta watch out for these cars. The cars on Chellington are crazy. And here we are at the store. I was going to say the final time, but it's not going to be the final time because we've still got to empty out the trailer at the field. But this is the difference between pre-recorded episodes and live episodes, because, you know, all this travelling from location to location, you don't normally, I don't normally add it all in a pre-recorded episode. I'll cut it out to obviously shorten down the video and kind of cut out the boring bits. But, you know, with live streams, you know, obviously that's not possible. But, you know, the one way and the main way we can keep the live streams, you know, really entertaining is by just getting involved in, you know, chatting in the chat and stuff like that, and having a conversation amongst yourselves, and, you know, asking me questions, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can while playing. It's just another way of, you know, you guys being able to kind of like interact with me, and me being able to interact with you. But yeah, I'm kind of getting a good vibe so far. Seems like it's going down quite well, streaming on YouTube compared to Twitch. On the wrong side of the road. We need to get back on the right side. So yeah, we'll do a few more live streams on YouTube. We'll see how it goes. So obviously it gives us an opportunity for, you know, more people to check out the live stream, see how it goes. If we continue to get positive feedback, then yeah, well, I think we'll stick to live streaming on YouTube instead of Twitch. But when it comes to playing games that, the thing is, I do play other games as well as Farming Simulator, but when it comes to streaming live streaming Farming Simulator, I'll probably keep that to YouTube. I may continue to use my Twitch for streaming games that I kind of keep separate from my YouTube. So, you know, like I said, I've got lots of ideas kind of like going around in my head and stuff like that. Because, you know, primarily I do want to keep the YouTube just to like simulator games. So it'll be just Farming Sim, and there's a few other, I think, I can't remember when it was, but I think there was a new simulator on about coming to Xbox soon as well. Something about bread, that's all I know. I Am Bread or something. It was quite a big hit on PC. So I don't know, I'll have to check it out. But kind of like, you know, you can expect to see a variety of simulator games on the on this channel. Alright, let's get this going. We do play quite a bit of Elite Dangerous as well. That's another simulator game on the console, quite a popular one. And it's a space sim, for those of you that are interested in space, the universe, the galaxy. Okie dokie. Alright, let's get back down there. We'll pick up those little bits, I think. They are quite big bits. And I think they're the two main important ones. Get this little bit here and that bit over there in that corner. That view is incredible. Such a nice view. But yeah, once we picked up these bits, then we'll empty the harvester, and I think that'll be it for today. Okay. Let's see how much we've made. Right, let's park this up. I'm going to leave this at the store. Let's just check how much we've made today. Sold. What should be sold? Animal. Sold. Sold milk. Seed costs. Harvest income. There you go. £135,220. So that's really good. Even though we have probably spent about £30,000 on worker wages, wage payments. It says wage payments there at 4,000 though, but if that's the case, why have we only got 108,000 when we've supposed to have made 135,000? So I don't know how that works out, but either way, it's quite a significant amount. You know, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for everyone for checking out the live stream, and hopefully it will be archived and uploaded to my channel by YouTube. Not quite sure how it works, but hopefully it will do it. This is kind of like the first live stream I've done on the YouTube channel, so once we do a few more, we'll get a bit used to it, and hopefully things will improve like that as well. Next live stream will be tomorrow. That'll be on Sosnovka, and we've got some work to do on there. And yeah, same as always, guys. Thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for checking out my channel, and take care of yourselves. And bye for now.